the morning sessions, we will cover these topics, and we'll try to go a little bit fast. I can go faster, or I can skip several things to make sure that we are on schedule. Now, at the end of the morning sessions, we'll spend about 1 hour working on ED quiz. This is a tool that helps you create multiple choice tests on real work, and it will help you to collaborate with your colleagues when you need to create a test. In the afternoon, we will explore some technologies in the Microsoft Partners in Learning program. We do not have time to practice these tools, but what I want you to have, will be the ideas about how the tools I talk about might be used in teaching English in your context. Now, from my understanding, all of you here are currently teaching in secondary schools, right? From grade 6 to grade 9. Great. So we will look at tools that help you to promote interaction in your classroom and motivate interest from your students. We'll spend a little bit time on tips for using Google. I know all of you have already used Google, but I want to make sure that you know the best things you can do on Google, because if you only type the keywords in Google search, it returns millions of results, and you may not get the best things that you want. So we'll get ourselves familiar with some occurrence. We call that some tips. For example, I want to download PowerPoint file for my lesson plan only. How do I do that? And later in the afternoons, I will show you a new trend in the educational world today, M-learning. It's another step beyond e-learning, in which we use mobile devices like cell phones, iPads in our teaching and learning. Do not underestimate this trend, because now many kids are equipped with these cell phones, and they are becoming increasingly affordable to them. Just about less than 2 million, you can get a brand new cell phone with a large screen, with cameras, and it allows you to create, to learn, right? So we'll discuss a little bit about that, the M-learning trends, and I will do some demonstrations. Now, lastly, I'm trying to say about half an hour in a day talking about some professional development models that are currently quite popular. That will be peer coaching and techniques. Now, by a show of hands, I want to know how many schools are present here. How many schools are present here?
Three schools in Ninh and 5 schools in Đồng Nai province.
Okay, so we have teachers from Đồng Nai province together with teachers from Ninh province. That's going to be great. We do not have time in the afternoon for all of you to come up here to do a presentation. But this is what I want you to do. I want a representative from each school. One representative from each school. So we have 8 schools together, right? Yeah. 8 schools together. Now I want one representative from each school to come here and talk for less than 2 minutes. Okay? Less than 2 minutes. And in less than 2 minutes, try to talk about one idea that you find interesting, helpful in your language teaching. It can be about using technology, for example, a software that you really love and you want to share. That would be enough. you know, a good language website and you want to share, that would be enough. You know, a good book that all teachers here should read, that would be enough. Okay? So, because time is limited, we can have only about 18 presentations, and that will take about 20 minutes. Okay? Now, so make sure that you are prepared from now. Start thinking in your own teaching context about what you can share with the whole class. That's a technique. Okay? So, in order to help you to prepare for the afternoon, I want you to look at this. Short introductions about now, so if this is the first time you have ever heard of technique, okay, that will be what we're gonna do in the afternoon, right? So, okay, this will be clear. Does a very good job of explaining what technique is about.
Aren't you going to help me, Logie? It's Teach Me tomorrow. Dear Tim and Logie, I've been asked to explain Teach Me tonight. You guys are the best at explaining things. Will you do it instead? No problem. Teach Me is a meeting of teachers. Yes, there are plenty other teachers in the staff room and at staff meetings, but that's not exactly what Teach Me is about. Teach Me is a chance for teachers from different schools to share stories about what works in their classroom. Hopefully their experience will, in turn, inspire new classroom practice. Yes, it is a bit like show and tell at school. Local Teach Meets are springing up all over the UK, run by teachers for teachers. Teach Meets are a constantly evolving community event. You don't need to pass a test or win an award to attend, speak, or even run your own flavour of Teach Meet. Anyone can sign up to give a 7-minute talk or a 2-minute micro presentation. In fact, you don't even need to be there. Many teachers who can't attend in person watch the Teach Meet live over a video link, chat via Twitter, or even do virtual presentations. Anyone can speak, and should if they feel able to do so. Many first-timers to Teach Meet find themselves on stage at their second, because they were so inspired by stories they heard the first time round. But the real power of Teach Meet extends way beyond the event into the networks that support professional development. Whether these networks are real or virtual, the power of the idea is increased by the exposure and discussion it generates. Research evidence indicates that best practice is often fostered by inspired teachers who are actively involved in continuing professional development, or CPD. And that's why Teach Meets are so important. Oh, and by the way, at Teach Meets, the presenters are randomly selected. This helps keep things interesting and encourages participation. Hello everyone, we're Tim and Moby, and we'd like to show you the handy educational learning powered marking engine we've invented. Turn it on, Moby.
Okay, the sound is not very loud, and I'm trying to see, okay, if we can do it better with my portable speaker. Now,
Aren't you going to help me, Moby? It's Teach Me tomorrow. Dear Tim and Moby,
I've been asked to explain TeachMeet, but as you guys are the best at explaining things, will you do it instead? No problem. TeachMeet is a meeting of, well, teachers. Yes, they do see other teachers in the staff room and at staff meetings, but that's not exactly what TeachMeet is about. TeachMeet is a chance for teachers from different schools to share stories about what works in their classrooms. Hopefully their experience will, in turn, inspire new classroom practice. Yes, it is a bit like show and tell at school. Local TeachMeets are springing up all over the UK, run by teachers for teachers. TeachMeets are a constantly evolving community event. You don't need to pass a test or win an award to attend, speak, or even run your own flavour of TeachMeet. Anyone can sign up to give a 7-minute talk or a 2-minute micro-presentation. In fact, you don't even need to be there. Many teachers who can't attend in person watch the TeachMeet live over a video link, chat via Twitter, or even do virtual presentations. Anyone can speak, and should if they feel able to do so. Many first-timers to TeachMeet find themselves on stage at their second, because they were so inspired by stories they heard the first time round. But the real power of TeachMeet extends way beyond the event, into the networks that support professional development. Whether these networks are real or virtual, the power of the idea is increased by the exposure and discussion it generates. Research evidence indicates that best practice is often fostered by inspired teachers who are actively involved in continuing professional development, or CPD. And that's why TeachMeets are so important. Oh, and by the way, at TeachMeets, presenters are randomly selected. This helps keep things interesting and encourages participation. Hello everyone, we're Tim and Moby, and we'd like to show you the handy educational learning-powered marking engine we've invented. Turn it on, Moby.
Okay, so I hope that will give you an idea of what TeachMeet is about. When you go back to your school, you can do the same thing. This model is very short, but it is effective. Basically, it's about sharing ideas in a very, brief and insightful way. So this afternoon, we will do a TeachMeet session at 4 p.m. At 4. And I want a representative from each school. Yeah, you can assign among yourselves. One person from each school will come up here and talk for less than 2 minutes. When the time limit comes, the alarm will go off and you will dance. Come back to your seat. Okay, no more than 2 minutes. So make sure that it is 2 minutes only. Now, so what does it mean? You need to think about the ideas. You can also use PowerPoint if you want. I will show the computer screen up here. If you like to use PowerPoint, but if you feel that you do not need PowerPoint, it's gonna be okay, right? So this is a TeachMeet that I did last year. You see, this is less than 2 minutes. And I have to do the same thing that you do this afternoon. I have to go very fast, and I need to bring, clear and concise ideas about using technology in language teaching. Okay, that will be my major.
So, good morning everybody. My name is Vũ from Vietnam, and I'm responsible for training language teachers in the Southern part of Vietnam. In 2006, we had a big challenge. The TOEFL paper base was abolished globally, and our language teachers didn't know what to do. At that time, I decided to learn computer programming and try to develop an application to help language teachers to prepare internet-based TOEFL preparation materials. And lots of people at the time laughed about the idea, and they think it's sort of crazy for a language teacher learning computer programming and do this thing. But personally, I think innovation starts from crazy ideas. So after 2 years of lots of self-learning and hard work, I finally came up with a complete applications for all of the 4 language skills. As you can see here, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. This is the top quality reading application. This is the speaking application. This is the listening, and this is the writing. Now, in 2008, I uploaded and shared the software application on Microsoft Vietnam website, and as you can see from the notes, since then it has been the most downloaded tool on the website up to now. These applications also earned me the first prize in the Technology Innovation 2009 14 cities. So you see, innovation can really start from crazy ideas. Thank you very much.
So you see, it needs to be less than 2 minutes, and you share one thing that you consider interesting, innovative to other teachers. For example, in this clip, I share with the teachers community in Microsoft about the top quality system that we developed here. Right. So I expect many new ideas to come up in this afternoon. Okay. Now, before we start exploring the resource center, in order to get resources for your professional development, do you have any comments or feedbacks? Are you clear about what we're going to do in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay, so at 4 p.m., we start the technique presentation. And how many presentations do we have? 8. Great. And what time do we have for each one? Less than 2 minutes. Okay. Very good. Now, so open your web browser. Wow, thank you very much. Okay, this is very nice. Now, so I want all of you to go to our resource center for Vietnamese students of English. Wine.net. No, do not type in that search bar. You see, type it up here. Okay. So do it in the address bar. Here. Yeah. And you type there, search inside YouTube. Good. Great. Yeah, try again. Because all of us share the same connection, so it can be a little bit slow sometimes. Okay. When you get a page, please say server not found, just try it again. Thank you for doing that. Okay, it would be great to have people going around and have each other That way you will move faster. Now, the first thing I wanted to do is to go to category. So click here on category. In the resource center, we have collected quite a few good reading materials. They are mainly journals articles, or sometimes very short writings that present ideas that may be useful to teachers. So when you go to the categories, you'll be able to see the list of all categories that are currently available in our system. I would recommend you to go to ELT, English Language Teaching, if you are interested in looking for resources for teaching different language skills, listening, speaking, writing, and listening, for example. If you are interested in using technology language teaching, we also have another category called T, technology language teaching. And as you can see, it currently has 180 articles. So if I click on, let's say, ELT, English Language Teaching, I can see articles or writings with ideas for my teaching. Okay? So at home, if you are looking for ideas that you can use in your classroom, stop by this website. Actually, you can look, you can find very similar resources on the internet. But basically, this is a sum up of the good things. So if I am interested in learning about information gap in communicative classroom, I can click on it. I can click on the link. And as you can see, this is quite a long article, but it has lots of ideas for using information gaps. There is one thing that I needed to know. The system in this computer lab is recording our workshop. And you see, it is recording our voices here. It is recording the screen. And later, it will be uploaded to YouTube. So, don't panic or don't get frustrated if you cannot keep up with what the class is doing. Because later on, you can always okay, watch everything again. That has been happening today on the internet. Okay? So if you are slow, don't get frustrated, don't panic. You will have time to go back later. Everything on the screen is being recorded. Okay, so the reading material should be the first stop at the resource center. It provides reading for your professional development, and sometimes when you need to prepare a presentation, you need new ideas for the teaching. These articles might be helpful. The next thing that I wanted to look at is the PPL Center. So go to the top menu, and you see a button here called PPL Center. PPL is short for Project-Based Learning. Now these are the technology elective teaching projects, grammar projects, and several other projects that students, mainstream students, or we call them pre-service teachers here develop for teaching English in high school only, because they are trained in high school. But we are trying to develop resources for teaching in middle school too, and the level we are teaching. So hopefully when you come back here, sometime later, there will be resources for middle school. But what I want you to look at are the idea for developing resources like those when you come back to your school. Because I believe that middle school students have even stronger interest in interactive contents. And from my knowledge, many schools in Đồng Nai and even in Lincoln are now equipped with smart board, interactive boards, right? Smart boards or interactive boards are very useful for lower level training, because in primary school and in middle school, kids love to come up here and touch, interact with the resources. So if you can think about different ways that you can develop your own resources together with the resources that are already available on the internet, that would be very useful. So click on PPL Center and play around a little bit. I will show you one typical project. For example, this is a list of all technology elective teaching projects that the students developed 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, the resources were not as abundant, numerous as we have now. But these students managed to develop 5 impressive resources. And you see, these are all the units in English 10 textbook. For example, if you go to this website, National Park, you will see PowerPoint files for teaching different language skills. So if you teach English in high school, for example, and you are trying to design PowerPoint to teach in your classroom, you can download this file and modify. I do not recommend you to use all of the resources here, but it will save you time rather than starting from scratch. So there will be PowerPoint files, there will be hot potato exercises. How many of you have used hot potato to develop quizzes and exams? Good. So about 4 or 5 people. If you have never heard of hot potatoes, then this is a very good chance for us to know about this new tool. So there will be hot potato quizzes. Hot potato basically allows you to create There are all kinds of objective tests available. It can be multiple choice, it can be choose one, it can be matching, it can be crossword, it can be drag, draw. Now, so if you click on the website, you will see a website that these students develop in order to support teaching and learning for that unit. Okay. The connection is not very fast. It's fast. So you see, this website will provide students with more information, knowledge about national parks in Vietnam, together with famous parks in the world. So later on, when the teachers teach the unit, they can take their students to this website. You know what? I believe that very soon, that most of the students will come to the classroom with an iPad. Because now we have cheap iPads that cost only about $4 or $5 million. In India, the government has spent about several millions of dollars buying 1 million iPads for children in school. So if the children come with an iPad, they can go to the resources, read, okay, play around, and create content. Now you see, okay, 8 projects like this, we're trying to provide students with content that are relevant to the topic of the unit. Like national parks, they learn about famous national parks in the world, and also parks in Vietnam. National parks in Vietnam are one of the country's most valuable resources from north south. There are 87 national parks scattered around. This is the information we develop content and understanding for students. Right, so if you have time, play around and explore these projects. Now, these are the exercises that were designed using hot potato and some other tools. Okay. This is another project, for example, that we designed for the Pacific Greens, and you will find similar resources with websites, with PowerPoint slides, and quizzes. you are not interested in textbook for high school, you can go around the International Express and New Pathway. These areas of resources were created for teaching 9 classes or extra classes outside the school context. So now I give you about 5 minutes to play around and get to know the resource center, the PPL center. So later on, if you teach the textbooks, for example, you know where you may come to find resources that can help you to save time. Okay, time's up. Let's stop. Okay. Now let's go back to our resource center. There are other things that I want you to know. So go back to our resource center. And you are all here trying to get to B2 level, right? So this system may be a very good help in order to develop your language skills. If you can get 80 for TOEFL IBT, that means 70% of the correct answers when you do TOEFL text online, you are at B2. So TOEFL IBT is an online TOEFL text system, internet-based, that helps students here to get themselves prepared for the TOEFL text. This system is completely free, and several years ago, internet connection was not very good, so people usually download the text and do the test at home. But now, we have very good internet connection at home, right? With about less than 200,000 dollars for subscribing a package. Then we have almost unlimited bandwidth, and it's very fast now. It's amazingly fast. There is no need for you to download. Right. So when you go to and one reminder, when you use the TOEFL IBT test, you need to use Internet Explorer, okay, or some other browser that support the XML data. Internet Explorer will be okay. Yeah. Now, so if you want to go with your reading, just click on reading, and if you want to save a score in our database, put your names, your IDs here. But normally people will just skip this by clicking on no and say yes and next. So Now you have 1 hour for doing a test. Yeah, 1 hour for reading. You can turn on and turn off the timer. Now, currently there are 4 different question times in ED TOEFL IBT. Multiple choice, and this is called the in-shot question time. Have you ever tried this? You are given a sentence, and your job is to insert this sentence in one of the 4 given positions in the text. So that check your understanding of the reading materials and also your understanding about text content. Yeah, they are also the writing application. So that means you need to type quite fast in order to do well in the writing text. So it's like this. Don't try to do the text now. I know that you are eager to try, but don't try to do the test now. What I want you to do is to pay attention to my demonstrations, and you will have plenty of time at home doing what you want. So what do I say? Oh, sorry, attention.
Just 20 minutes for
Oh, what happened? Attention. Yeah. Because otherwise, I will talk to myself. Right. Okay. This is another time question. It's called the summary discussion time. Normally you are provided with a summary points, and you need to select the best summary points put in.
We read the topic. We read the
Yeah. Yeah. So this is drag and drop. Drag, drop. Like this. And if you change your mind, click, then it go back. Okay? So you need some basic computer skills. Alright, you can also have, glossaries for some, very low frequency words that very few people know. Dragons here. Now, so that's the reading applications. You should also try with writing. Now, with writing, you need to be able to type as fast as you write. Okay, because the time pressures is huge. We only have about 20 minutes or 30 minutes to write an essay of about 500 or 600 words. So that means you need to type very fast. Now, okay, these are the listening materials. You can do the same thing at home. I think I need to start Internet Explorer. TOEFL.wine.net, or you can simply go to wine.net and click on TOEFL IBT and then go to listening.
Listen to a conversation on campus between two students.
Hi, are you Paula?
Jim?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Glad to meet you.
So, you need some tutoring in English?
Yeah, I'm taking English composition and I'm not doing very well on my essays.
Right. Well, first, let's see if we can figure out a time to meet that we're both free.
Okay.
How about Mondays? Maybe in the morning? I don't have any classes until 11 on Mondays.
That'd work, but I was hoping we could, meet more than once a week.
Oh, well, Tuesdays are out. I've got classes and I work at the library part-time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I could get together on Wednesdays.
In the morning?
Probably 9:30 would be best. That way we'd have an hour to work before I'd have to get ready for my 11 o'clock.
So that would be 2 hours a week then.
I could do that.
Oh, but would that be extra? Would I need to pay you for the extra session?
No, just so you meet me here at the Learning Center and we both sign in, then I'll get paid. The tutoring's free, to you, I mean. The school pays me, but we both have to show up. If you don't show up and sign in for a session, then I don't get paid, so...
Oh, don't worry about that. I really need the help. I won't miss any sessions unless I'm sick or something.
Okay, then. So you want me to help you with your essays?
Right. I could bring you some that have, comments on them. I'm getting C's and...
Well, that's not too bad. Once I see some of your writing, we should be able to pull that up to a B.
You think so?
Sure. But I need to explain something. Some of my students in the past, they expected me to write their essays for them, but that's not what a tutor's supposed to do. My job is to help you be a better writer.
Oh, I understand that. But you'll read my essays, right?
Oh yeah, no problem. We'll read them together, and I'll make suggestions.
Great. I think part of the problem is I just don't understand the teacher's comments. Maybe you could help me figure them out.
Sure. Who's the teacher?
Simpson?
No problem. I've tutored a couple of her students, so I know more or less where she's coming from. Okay then, I guess we'll meet here on Monday?
I'll be here. 9:30, you said.
Just sign in when you get here.
Now let's do the test together. See how well we are.
1. What does the woman need?
Now, what does the woman need? A, B, C, or D? Huh? C. Are you sure? Well, let's see.
Listen again to part of the conversation, and then answer the following question.
Oh, but would that be extra? Would I need to pay you for the extra session?
2. Why does the woman say this?
Oh, but would that be extra?
So what does the woman mean when you say, oh, would that be extra? Now, A, B, C, or D?
She's trying to negotiate the
Trying to
conversation.
negotiate the cost of the session. Really?
Also,
Would that be extra? I mean, okay, when you come to give you more support, when you have to pay you more. Yeah, I think A is better. She's not negotiating about how much money she should pay yet. So that's a trap, multiple choice. So sometimes we understand things well, but we still get the answers wrong. So, like this. Okay, so now I give you 5 minutes to play around with the TOEFL IBT. If you have difficulties or if you have feedback, we can talk. And then we go to the e-learning center I will show you more resources to help your PD, professional development. Okay, so now have fun. Play around. Listening will not work on five forms. You need to review things and explore. See, what it says is enough. You need to use Internet Explorer in order to listen to text. For the reading, it's okay on five forms. For listening, Internet Explorer. You do not need to download. Click on the Internet Explorer. You don't have to extract. You Internet Explorer and copy this address. Paste to the Internet Explorer. And you go to the right. But it's only 5 minutes, okay? This is not a session for doing text. We have also things to do on the shop today. And when you come to the end of the text, it will show you which answer. Okay, if you get it wrong, which answer you get it right. And you can go back and do the test again. But that's function is only available in reading and listening. Right? Speaking and writing, the computer cannot evaluate this system you mentioned in my techniques orientation. If you notice. Now, the last thing I want to show you in the resource center is e-learning. This is a system that supports your professional development very well. Currently, we have about 10 courses up here, and they are all free. We develop resources only for free and educational purposes. So I would recommend you to come to English teaching methodology and technology in language teaching. Okay. Those are the two courses that can give you most resources. So first, if you go to English teaching methodologies, just click on the link. It will require you your username and your password. Now, there is no need to put in username and password. You need to click on login as a guest. Login as a guest. See how it goes. ELT1. Well, it does not log in. I just forget the enrollment key. Now, so this is the enrollment key for English language teaching methodologies. Say ELT1. Save. Okay. So when you click on login at the guest, put in ELT1. Yeah, that's the enrollment key. And this is the online course that we are using to train pre-service teachers here, and you will find these topics familiar. Behaviorism, constructivism, cognitivism, and then grammar translations, direct methods, learning and acquisitions, ALM, CLTs, and all those things. Task-based language teaching. Now, in each of the course, you will see videos, reading materials, and videos like this. Okay, this video helps students to understand better classical conditioning from Pavlov experiments.
Pavlov's aim was to discover what caused saliva to flow. He rerouted the salivary ducts to the outside of his dog's cheek so that he could collect and measure the spittle. Perhaps he thought the production of saliva might be the result of a fixed nervous reflex, like a knee jerk.
Okay, so there will be videos, materials for you to see, and those videos are very good for understanding the key concepts in the lesson. Sometimes you can also have games to play, like this one. This is the game in which the student need to train Pavlov dogs using classical conditioning techniques. So first we stimulate the dog, and then we feed and then we stimulate, we feed. So when you repeat this 3 or 4 times, the dog will salivate and the sound is on. That's the point of the game. Right, so later when you have time, go to e-learning and then go to English language teaching methodologies. There will be lots of reading materials, video materials, and interactive material like games for you to develop your understanding of language teaching methodologies. And I know quite a lot of you are interested in using technology to find more resources and to help your students. So you can go to Technology in Language Teaching 2012, and lots of the ideas that we discussed in the workshop today come from this course. There will be videos, tutorials, lots of them. After the break, we will work on this ED quiz, ED TOEFL IBT. If you're interested in developing your own TOEFL IBT test, like what you have just done online, then come here. There are lots of tutorials that I uploaded. And if you want to create multiple choice exercises that you have seen on the Technology and Language Teaching projects and know how they were created, watch a tutorial from Hot Potatoes. Creating websites, project-based learning. Later in this week, you will also learn about PPL's activities in language teaching. And then I think Miss Quinn or somebody else, I think probably Miss Quinn will be in charge of that topic. And in the afternoon, we explore these tools, autocollage, SongSmith, for teaching middle school students. Now, so this course is interesting because it has a lot of video tutorials like this. Hi, welcome back to part 2 of the tutorial. In this part, we are going to create the template page for our website, and this part is really important. We will also learn to work a lot with front page for this part, especially we are going to use tools for working with tables and creating lots of other stuff. Now, okay, so tutorial movies are available, and some movies can be from sources in YouTube, like this one, Teaching 2.0. Now, sometimes you may be able to hear lectures from famous speakers worldwide, like this one. This lecture is about 1 hour.
It's my great pleasure this morning to introduce our keynote speaker, JSB, who's joining us today. He is a visiting scholar and advisor to the provost at the University of Southern California. He was the former chief scientist of Xerox, the director of its PARC, the Palo Alto Research Center. He occasionally teaches at UC Irvine, so he is officially a colleague.
Yeah, so these videos are good for developing your listening skills, okay, and at the same time, you learn the contents. Now, if you have time, you are also advised to look at the other courses that are available, like research and linguistics that we have developed. There are also news interactive videos available. For example, if you want to know how I keep track of students learning. Later on, you will learn online a little bit. And there will be interactive videos like this to help students know about teachers' evaluations.
Hi.
And
In this movie,
content
I will show
system.
you how I monitor your work when you learn online. This is one of the e-learning course that I am currently in charge of, English teaching methodology. Now, in this ELT1 course, there are quite a lot of topics. Some topics are done face-to-face in the computer lab, and also some topics are done completely online, especially when I have to be away. Now, for example,
So you see, okay, this is a new time of e-learning materials in which you have the videos of the lecturer coming together with the screens of the projector, and sometimes this screen will zoom up to help you see the details much better. So that's it about e-learning. I give you another 5 minutes to play around the e-learning system and try to log in, view some video, and see some resources there. So what do we do? From Quine.net. Yeah, from Quine.net, go to e-learning, and then click on a course that you're interested in. It can be English language teaching methodologies, it can be technology language teaching, it can be applied linguistic research. Yeah, so I click on e-learning, and if you go to English language teaching methodology, click on the course link, and then click on what? Log in as a guest. Then it is put in the key, it's ELT1. Okay, put ELT1 in this box and then log in.
How do you visit the store?
No, okay, you can use any browser. Log in. Sorry, click on enroll me in this course. ELT1, and enroll me in this course, and there you are. Yeah, enroll me in this course. Enroll me in this course. yeah, it's loading. So this is where we go. See, turn off the key. Yeah, click that. It's not ELT and then turn out see that here? LT1 and then you drop in this part. You drop in this part. Oh no, for technology now we're teaching the kids tilt. You go to the wrong course. Yeah. If you go to the technology now we're teaching it will be tilt 2012. Okay. Enrollment key for tilt. Enrollment key for English language teaching methodology. Can you get any cards? Yeah. One is this. Why? And then click on it. You got a card. So you want to go down. Scroll down. Way down. Technology and sheet. Yep, that one. And then lock in this. Vietnamese proverb that approval is approved, behavior is up to teaching. For example, thương cho ron cho bọc, right? Ghét cho bọc cho nào. That is the behavior is up to teaching. When you punish a person, you will prevent him or her from doing a certain behavior against. But that's not it. Bầu thì dài, ống thì tròn. The prime behavior is that the environment is ultimately important, and learning is learning from the environment. Now, last last thing I want to let you know before we go to the break is this system is similar to your e-learning system, but it is more flexible. It is designed to run on this, because people are increasingly using mobile devices like cell phones to get access to emails and web content. So we have another system, mlearning.net, that is designed for using on a cell phone. So if you have a cell phone, just go to the web browser like this, and then type in mlearning. mlearning.net, and you will see a completely different interface. As you see here, all the courses are squarely inside my screen. So, mlearning is designed to run on mobile devices. So if I want,
say we go to web browsers.
Yeah, in your cell phone.
And then we try.
Yeah, mlearning, and it will automatically send it to. Yeah, iPad is great. iPhone. Yeah. I mean, any smartphone that has you browse on the cell phone will be great. And then you can learn anywhere, on the bus, while you are waiting, when you are queuing, with the system. Okay? Yeah, so everything is here, and now you can see the contents on the screen. Okay, it's time to take a break. It will be very short. I'm sorry to have a late break because we are a little bit behind schedule due to the late start. So let's take a break for about 15 minutes. When you come back, I will talk just a little bit about how you can develop multiple choice tests using ED-Quiz. How many of you have used ED-Quiz? Please raise your hands. If you have used ED-Quiz. I know you have. We did last year. Right? Okay, but this year I wanted to review what we have learned. And then we on the day of the morning sessions. What time do we normally start in the afternoon?
1:30.
Okay, 1:30. Great. And when we finish, half past 4?
4:30.
Good. And we try to finish at half past 4. If not, we will go a bit later. Is it okay? So what have we done this morning? We have been talking about resources for professional development. Okay, we have looked at reading materials. We have looked at the project-based learning resource centers. We have looked at the TOEFL IBT system that helps you to develop your language skills whenever you have time at home. We look at the e-learning system with courses that allow you to get more resources. And we also have a glance at mlearning on mobile devices. Take a break. 15 minutes.